sort of I was. So and you know,
Piano.
well, no, I didn't say that either. I just left him in the dark.
Yeah, you did. Toolbox of some kind that would have a pair of pliers in it.
No toolbox, but I have pliers.
Okay. Beth, he's got pliers. We should be able to pull it through.
Oh, okay.
I really enjoyed
The
it
width is too short.
because we went for lunch instead of dinner, which was
Well, that's fine.
nice.
Yeah. No driving in the dark.
Right.
Thank you, John.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Oh, it was on, yeah, there was something and then it was a glass thing. I
Let's see here.
Hey, good morning. Thank you.
You have responsibilities today?
I do.
What are they?
I'm hoping it's the chalice and the unchalice.
You
You're early.
should do an experiment.
What?
Just
You're early.
work with the wick.
Ha ha ha.
You're so very close.
I was late for a change.
Oh, I couldn't see it.
No, I was looking at it for a while, but it still has a bit of a light.
Did you make those for me?
Oh, I did.
What's everybody else gonna eat?
It's for the new member party
Fine.
at our house.
Really?
And he's coming, Brian's coming.
Oh.
Can I have a preview?
Those are
No,
brownies.
I want to preview.
No, I'm a new member. Sorry.
They're brownies.
I love
I
brownies.
could probably sneak you one. Everybody loves brownies.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway,
I hear that you're ill prepared for this job you volunteered for.
Very. Yeah, so who knows what's going to happen?
The cover of the magazine section in the New York Times this morning
it looks nice.
showed us trying to relate to AI. And they had a picture sitting on a rock of a naked person leaning forward. And the head, which is the big white ball.
Good morning.
So AI is taking us there.
Thank you, Lovey.
Let me turn that down. I'll turn that mic down.
Thank you, love. I didn't mean to be so loud. You're so good. It's just that there's so much oil in there. Now it's like burning, here, let's see if I can get this more. I think it will burn off.
Try that now.
Oh, that's sweet. I shall. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'll pack up and maybe it's better from right here, yeah?
That's perfect. It's supposed to be about 6 inches, so
Yeah.
that's good.
That's it.
I'm sorry, what is your name?
I'm Gordon Stanley.
Gordon. And it's your house that I'll be going to?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
And Seafine.
Okay, you got it? What I usually do is widescreen it. If you tap, it's like YouTube. You tap the corner, and you can go widescreen there on that. So tap it.
This one?
There's a lot of
Yep.
oil in there, but it's
Turn it.
yeah, it's good.
So don't forget, you got a microphone in here as well. So I always lay it right there and do any adjustments and any movements from that location.
Where's the mic? Is it down here or?
You know, I don't know. But you got the two mics. There's a mic on the Mevo and there's a mic on that.
Okay.
Yeah. Remember we talked about my. Yeah. So, and she was
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like mostly familiar faces here, so you know the routine. We start a little bit early, so the folks who are at home can log in and check their sound and all that stuff. And so for the next few minutes, enjoy the music of John Shepherd.
Good morning. gotten to do this a lot this week together. So I'm going to ask you to join me in lighting the chalice this morning for our wonderful Sunday service. We light this beacon of hope, sign of our quest for community, in celebration of the life we share together.
Thank you, John. That was a lovely way for us to center ourselves for the morning. And good morning to everybody. Good morning. I'm Beth Reinders, a member of your board and the co-chair of the worship committee. And I'd like to welcome everybody here this morning. As always, it's a wonderful gift to start each week in the company of such beautiful faces and spirits, and to have those spirits touched, as they always are, by the words and thoughts of our Reverend Charlie Tyler. To those of you who are visiting for the first or second time, we'd like to extend a special welcome. Charlie always begins by reminding us that we've found our way to a very special, loving place, and indeed we have. And we're delighted to have you with us in this company. If it feels agreeable to you, anybody that is new, we invite you to stand, tell us your name and where you've come from, and later after the service when we share coffee and refreshments, I can assure you that you'll meet somebody from near or far that is a neighbor. So is there anybody on my right, your left, who is here for first or second time? Anybody in the center section who's visiting us first or second time? And anybody on the left? Hi. Nice to have you with us. I'd like to draw your attention to several items, some of which I listed in your weekly newsletter. We've always got lots going on here at UUCL, so I encourage you to regularly check the newsletter. I'll try to make this as brief as possible, so listen quickly. First, our movie night will be at 6 o'clock on Wednesday, July the 2nd. The film that has been chosen is Searching for Sugar Man. You can stream it on YouTube, Google, or Apple TV. Please watch it in advance and join us with your delicious dish to share. And with the 4th of July holiday coming up, I think there's a chance you may have guests that are visiting you. This would be a wonderful opportunity to include them and bring them along. If you plan to attend, there's a sign-up list out in the lobby, or you can also email Lynn Nordenberg. And speaking of delicious dishes, please don't forget to send along your recipes to our cookbook committee, which is headed up by Marianne Sinelli. Be sure to read the instructions. They are in your order of service today. We're looking for all of the recipes that we know everybody else enjoys so much. The turnout for this has been slow to date, but we're expecting lots and lots of submissions soon. On Saturday, July the 19th, from 7 to 9, UUCL will be boasting and hosting a bunko night. No experience is required. You've never had to catch a bunko or anything like that, so please join us. Please also plan ahead for August and mark your calendars for a special summer installment of Music on Malfris. On Saturday, August 16th, Kirsten Maxwell will be here to entertain us. So start gathering your group now for some summer fun. And I think, Anthony, you've got something you'd like to share with us.
Hey guys, Anthony. Coffee, I think I'm becoming the coffee nag now because I get up here and tell you what we're short on, what we have a lot of. Anyway, first things first, there is no names on the donation list on the end of the table. It always gets thrown in the kitchen somewhere for some reason. Put your name on there, bring some food on a Sunday, and we will thank you very, very much. Luckily, there's enough daily walk-ins that don't plan it that drop off, so we have great snacks today. So make sure you sign up. All right, so I explained this once before, not successfully. This is going to be our needs list. You'll see it the second you step in the doorway of the kitchen. I will post here what we would like or need or wish for. In this case, it was coffee, right? And I don't care whether it's that brand, but that's what I put, because that's what we usually have. If you go by and there's a spot open, that means we're still asking for it. So come and take the marker, which I just ripped apart, and cross it off. Then I know I don't get 20. So we do need large coffee, and we have enough decaf right now. So just look for this or scream for me, and I'll tell you how to do this. Okay? We got it?
Yep.
All right, good. Enjoy.
And Linda LaBarrere has something that she'd like to share with us, a message from the Finance Committee.
Hi.
Hi.
Can you hear me? Yes. Okay, we are wrapping up the 24-25 fiscal year on June 30th. So for any of you who are like me and have to hear things twice, I'm here to remind you that the representatives from the Finance Committee will be in the Clara Barton room after the service for any questions you have about your donations or your pledges, or just drop by to say hi. That's fine too. I do have an update on our status for the 24-25 pledges. 89% have been paid, and the shortfall is now only $16,000. A big thank you to all of you.
And finally, please note that our dear friend Clint Tawes will be with us next week to close out Pride Month. And on July 6th, we will launch our theme of justice with Speaker Lynn Eichholt, who will speak about the urgent need to expand health care in South Carolina. And now, Charlie, if you would grace us with your opening words.
Thank you, Beth. Good morning. My name is Charlie Tyler. I'm the pastoral minister here at the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of the Low Country. It's my privilege to be able to come in front of you on a regular basis and to offer some thoughts that might be helpful for you. They are for me whenever I work on them. But I do know that there has been someone brought to me that's important that I want to acknowledge right now. Steve DeZago's 25th anniversary of one of his birthdays is today. And so, Steve, if you would please stand so that we can fully see you. And
we had a great time last year. I thank everybody for attending. Everybody for taking care of me. It's like really, what a great place it is.
absolutely. And we're still going to sing to you, right? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Stephen. Happy birthday to you. Congratulations, Steve. I got up this morning and I put my manuscript in front of me and read the news. I was trying to figure out, what am I going to do with this? Or where do I go from here? And as tempted as I was to just set my manuscript aside, I decided that the words that I want to share to you are more healing than the words that are tearing our world apart right now. I don't know if that will be something that you find to be healing as I begin to try and unpack them, but I do hope that you begin to see that this one small brick that I'd like to offer you may be another part of the whole house that we're trying to build here, while other factors are trying to tear things down. So that's a part of my hope for today and a part of my opening words as we consider well the blessings, the beatitude, the way in which we offer ourselves that kind of grace and kindness like Anthony is asking for. If you would please take your hymnals into your hands, turn with me if you will to hymn number 361. And if you're willing and able, please stand and then we sing together, Enter, Rejoice.
Enter, rejoice, and come in. Enter,
We are so abundant in our love and our joy that we share together on Sunday mornings. In addition to that abundance that we want to share, we support the Bluffton Self-Help and the Sandalwood Food Pantry with their efforts to feed those that are less fortunate in getting food to sustain their livelihood. And we collect that on the back table. If you brought any, please place it there, and we'll see that it gets to the right place. And we now have the opportunity, except for those that are visiting us, because your being present here is a gift to us. Our abundance that we want to share with one another to sustain the wonderful love and commitment that we have to peace and joy that exists within these four walls. Thank you for your generosity.
And now is the time when we brag on our children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. In Yiddish, that's known as kvelling. We also can share our joys and concerns. By sharing our joys, we spread that good news, and by sharing our concerns, we allow ourselves to be supported. So if you have a joy or concern, please take a stone from the cairn, share your joy and concern from the basket, share your joy and concern, and then place the stone back in the cairn.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I'm Ryan Furby. I'll start mine off with a joy. Yesterday we had a community yard sale event, so they would clean up the garage a good bit. The concern is, while moving the sectional, threw my back out. Even with using a furniture dolly and proper lifting technique, still got me. Second joy is, church family member here, Mr. Anthony said that after I feel better, he'll help me do some exercises to try to help prevent in the future. So, love you guys so much. Appreciate it.
Yay.
This one says imagine. I love that. I'm Mary Lenny. I wasn't going to get up, but here I am. I spent some time with my son down in Florida, who's in the middle of the end of a divorce. And he asked me last night to please forgive his ex-wife to be, because she's basically blackmailing him with his girls, saying, if you don't give me this, the girls are gonna be really mad. And he hasn't had much contact with this girl since he filed last year. And it's just heartbreaking because she's completely, he's a bad guy. And it's unbelievable how he's a bad guy, and he's not. I mean, everybody's in a divorce is two people. But when he called me, when he first told me the situation, which doesn't matter, I was so angry because it's exactly what she's doing. If you don't do this financially, then your girls are gonna know it. And he has hardly seen his girls all year. And so he asked me to forgive her and pray for her. And I'm having a hard time doing that. But I'll do it because I believe that it's the answer. And so I guess I'm asking you all to say a little prayer for Jay Thibodeau, that's my son, and for me, to help forgive this woman, and so he can move on with his life. That's it.
Hi, my name is Linda, and going with David's theme of bragging on grandchildren, I do have a joy. My granddaughter is coming home tomorrow from the Dominican Republic. She is a rising senior in high school, and a group of them went down to the Dominican Republic to help with Mercer University's engineering students to build, to develop potable water out in the great forests or great jungles or whatever. And she had been writing back or texting back and sending pictures and said, oh, I got to use a pickaxe. Isn't that cool? So she is coming home tomorrow, and it's my great joy to have her as a granddaughter, and my grandson who is away at Boy Scout camp and starting to work on his eagle. So yeah, some bragging, but they are both my joys. Thank you.
Morning. My morning voice, evidently. It's good to see you this morning. I just wanted to thank everyone, and Charlie and Ann, for such a nice dedication ceremony. For Abby last month, that was really special to us. Thank you so much. It was nice to have my sister here from Wisconsin, and my niece who recently moved to Florida, who I call her fairy godmother. So I haven't been in church lately because my dad called me, was it the Sunday after that, or I don't know. And he said, I think I'm going home to see Jesus soon. So he's still here and with us. So we went home kind of emergency for a week. So that's why I wasn't here a couple Sundays, and then it was Father's Day. They're trying to change some settings in his, machine that he has underneath his skin here. He has a, what do they call it, a defibrillator. So he's just really tired. He can get really tired, and he doesn't slow down because he's, he's not even, he's retired, but he's a farmer, lots of hard work. So just thinking of him while I'm here, wish I could be there more, but I have things to take care of here and a job to do that I can't do remotely. So just keep him and us in your prayers. I try to stay in touch every day. I don't know if one day I could get the call, but who knows? Maybe he has days with us or months or maybe a couple of years. I don't, we don't know. So anyhow, in my sorrow, and I hope you all have a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day today.
Wednesday is the magic day. I'm gonna take this knee out and give me a new one, and I'm gonna be doing the jigging here in a week, couple of weeks. They can hear me without that. Is there anybody in here who cannot hear me?
Yes.
I just want to reinforce what Anthony said about the kitchen, and I have an example. I have a perfect example. I have an espresso machine at home, and I buy beans, coffee beans, which is a fruit, from an Italian place. I buy Lavazza Super Crema coffee. It comes in 1 kilogram packages. It's 2.2 pounds for those of you who have not yet been educated.
2.25. 2.25. 2.25.
Well, 2 point, it's not 2, it's 2. 2.2. Coffee, trust me on it. Anyway, I buy 8 bags at a time. Now, it sounds like a lot, but that gets me the best price. So I ordered 8 bags in June of last year. It lasted me about 6 months. And I paid $100 for the 8 bags. In December, I ordered 8 bags, and the price had gone up to $126. I just placed an order, and it's now $186. So that'll give you an idea what they're doing, and that is stuff isn't even in the tariff countries. So, whatever. I thank you for all your good wishes. Cards are not necessary. You can't visit me because I'll be in and out in 1 day, according to the doctor. And I hope to be back here in a few weeks. But don't certain things in the whites of my eyes.
When's the surgery?
Wednesday.
Okay, good luck, Wayne.
I'll place 2 stones in the cairn for those joys and concerns that are still in your hearts, and 1 stone for the children and families that have been affected by gun violence. And if you'll take your hymnals in your hand and turn to aphorism 473. All right. Love is the spirit of this church, and service is law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek truth in love, and to help one another.
Only the people on this aisle were able to take note of Wes's socks. And so, as you leave, those of you on this aisle, you need to take, there you go. You know you're in a UU congregation when socks are showed off in the middle of the service. So, as I focus on the message here this morning, one of the things I'll let you into in my own personal life is that I have always been intrigued, whether I was 12 or 72, with the Beatitudes of Jesus. In Matthew chapter 5, he goes up to the mountain, he sits down, and he opens his mouth and begins to teach. And he offers the Beatitudes, blessed are, blessed are, blessed are, blessed are. So when I opened our Soul Matters from this month, and I came across these words from the Reverend Tess Baumberger, she writes this, and this will be my focus this morning. Blessed are those who arrive early and open the church doors, that much may be opened for them. Blessed are the greeters and all who practice hospitality, that they may find kind welcome wherever they go. Blessed are those who nurture and guide our children and youth, that they in turn be nurtured and guided. Blessed are those who plan and lead worship, that they deepen spiritually. Blessed are all who bring art and music into our church life, that they too may live in harmony and beauty. Blessed are the AV specialists, that they might find meaningful connections. Blessed are those who manage finances and pay the bills. They shall be called stewards of the church. Blessed are the coffee makers and the food sharers, who will soon sign that poster, that they may be nourished. Blessed are our elected leaders, that they may find and practice wisdom. Blessed are committee members, that their time and devotion be rewarded. Blessed are those who lead small groups, that their kindness be returned. Blessed are those who care for people in need, that their own needs be met. Blessed are those who work towards justice, that fairness may one day flourish. Blessed are those who care for our building, that they shall find good shelter. Blessed are those who come to services on Sunday and who contribute to the church in a myriad of many ways. May they find fulfillment. And blessed are those who make sure the church is safe, that they be secure all the days of their lives. One of the things that I was struck with is not just that there's a blessing, but there's a reciprocal blessing that comes with it. And it was with that word reciprocal that I was drawn back to Robin Wall Kimmerer's books, Braiding Sweetgrass, and some of her observations about reciprocal. We'll come back to that in just a moment. I have a goal this morning, and it's twofold. First, that the whole of our congregation be held up for blessings, that you indeed would be able to find and feel and receive them somehow in ways unknown perhaps to you, or just here in this place by the conversations you have with the people beside you, on the way into the church, on the way out of the church. That this will be a blessing. Whatever a blessing means to you, that each of us realize perhaps all the hands that make this very moment special, and the moments that have taken place and the moments that will take place, that we find that blessing and find that richness that comes from being together as a people with a single heart and a single mind. And second, that those of us who have found and are finding blessings each week will allow gratitude to deepen our presence here. It is in gratitude that we begin to find the tools for a blessing. So the first goal I'd like to address right now for a moment is I love the language that Reverend Baumberger uses, because it is reciprocal. May the servant be served with the same gift the servant offers. Let me say that one more time. May the servant be served with the same gift the servant offers. I think when we can find that reciprocity in our own lives and our own relationships, then we begin to dig deep inside who we are as a people, deeper inside who we are as a people. These three examples that I pulled out from Reverend Baumberger's blessings are these. Blessed are those who arrive early and open the church door, that much may be open for them. Who opened the church today? You may not even want to raise your hand. That's okay. We're all silent. But as you begin to see that sense in which that might have something else open inside of you, you begin to understand the significance of what you did this morning. Just turn in the key. Open the door for those who are here. Blessed are the greeters and all who practice hospitality, that they may find kind welcome wherever they go. Which of us would want kind welcome where we go? All of us would. And may we find it here. And may we offer it here as a blessing back in reciprocity to those who welcome us here. And blessed are those who nurture and guide our children and youth, that they may in turn be nurtured and guided. In this corner of our building, that's happening. And it's happening in a magnificent degree because of the skill that has been brought into this place, that's being offered to our children, and for the ways that's making a difference in their lives. And may they be nourished. nurtured too. And may we be the nurturer for them somehow, in some way. And again, I'm thinking of Robin Wall Kimmerer's books, Braiding Sweetgrass and The Service Berry, as a model for reciprocity and a model for the way that we may be able to do things together. Robin Wall Kimmerer is a Potawatomi botanist, Native American author, director of the Center for Native Peoples and the Environment of University of New York College of Environmental Science. And Kimmerer writes in her books that reciprocity lies at the heart of the gift economy. One more time. Reciprocity lies at the heart of the gift economy. This church is a gift economy. And perhaps gratitude is its best currency. And when we begin to consider this, that UUCL is a gift economy, we begin to redefine who we are here with each other, and as we leave here with each other. You see, this is not a transactional spiritual place. This is a gift spiritual place. There are institutions that seem purely transactional. That is, you give something and you get something and that's over with. The Reformation was because of that transactional economy. You paid your dues, you got forgiven next. You pay more dues, you get forgiven next. There isn't any reciprocity in that. It's all about that transaction. But with these Beatitudes and the gratitude that underpins them, the spiritual economy might look like this. Blessed are the coffee makers and food sharers, that they be nourished. Yes, indeed, and well they should be. So how do we bless Anthony and Anthony's angels who are back there as well? We make sure to tell them and show them how much that simple act of making coffee is actually turning the lobby into a Starbucks for 90 minutes, 52 times a year. That is no small thing. And the fellowship that happens around that, you all participate in, and you know that it's glorious, don't you? Coffee making, is that all he's doing?
No.
Offer it back. In the same way in all the other announcements, all the other different portions of this congregation that I just mentioned. And it won't be long when you ask yourself, well, what can I do? That when you answer that question, you step into that economy and you begin to receive back what you've been given. And that's a part of this economy that's so very gifted. The second goal that I have for today is that for those of us who are new in this place, that you are able to see not just the hands that are at work in this economy, but the whole of who we are, each bit at a time. Those of you that are guests and continue to visit with us, I pray that you see this. Your board, for example, composes of so many different people, all the different components of this congregation. Most of you may not know exactly how we work and the way that we work, or that we work at all. But your board consists of a president, a vice president, a secretary, treasurer, 3 members at large, and a past president. They have oversights of the 8 standing committees, the 3 ad hoc committees, and the interest groups. The 8 standing committees that you can be part of, many of you are already a part of it, are the Finance Committee, the Nominating Committee, the Building and Grounds Committee, the Safety and Security Committee, Membership, Care Committee, Religious Education, Social Justice, and the Worship Committee. Sometimes I feel like it's tempting, and well, it should be to a certain degree, that many of us feel like that worship services like this just dropped fully formed out of heaven this morning at 9:30. There was a little bit ahead of that. And what I've just mentioned is a part of the way in which that happens. The Ad Hoc Committee, which is the Growth and Marketing Committee, the Installation Committee, the Fundraising Committee, Cookbook Committee. And there are the interest groups of movie night, ladies' luncheon, peace on earth, meditation. These all have oversight of the members of our board who offer to you a life, and to me, a life. And that's a part of the blessings that come with this, and the beatitudes that we gain and we garner when we gather in this place. And so when you come here, I would pray that you be able to understand that this is what's being offered to you. And all that you see, hear, and experience brings you that soul, that form, and that joy. We have other things to do today, which is to celebrate those who have joined our congregation, and I want to leave room for them. So in conclusion, I'm going to ask that we do this just for a moment. All around us, as the world seems to be pulling itself apart, let's pull ourselves together, right here, right now. So take a moment, reach out to a neighbor, and if you would please, in your own way, and in your own words, and in your own time, offer a blessing. Ready? Go.
2.25. Is that true? It's really 2.25? I was always told 2.2. I assumed it would round down to 2.2. You must be a retired engineer.
No, I'm a Canadian.
Smart. So you're smart.
Actually, good for us.
I enjoy doing this. Yeah, we taught her at the end of last year. So I needed, something to keep me motivated and in the loop and busy. This is perfect. It's right up my alley.
What did you do?
Mechanical engineering. I did some electronics, but mainly research and design.
My dad's an engineer too.
What kind?
It's electrical.
Yeah, that's hard.
Before electronics went nuts. That's the way I look at it anyway.
Yeah. Now it's like all programming. So you got no electronics unless some programming.
Yeah. You didn't make it that far. It's always interesting explaining a little bit of technology to them. Things have come along.
It's amazing. This whole AI thing. It's kind of scary.
Well, you've been through the whole gamut, hasn't you, really?
Pretty much. Yeah.
When did you graduate from university?
It was my second degree. I kind of got my second wind in middle age. I graduated about 20 years ago. My first degree was in psychology back in the 80s. And I didn't do much with the psychology degree. So I finally followed my passion at the edge and got what I really love to do is hands-on stuff, mechanical stuff.
That's terrific. I think that's a great combination. The workings of the mind and you've got the workings of the electronics. I mean, you're all electrical anyway. What's your last name?
Pro, Spanish. Yeah, it means pro in Spanish.
It means what?
Pro. The verb pro.
Smart birds. They are. Good health to you, my friend. Good health to you.
As I watch you from here, it's almost like
And a special blessing for this man right here.
You can feel the tension that builds, and when somebody finally gives us permission to take the top off, there we are. That's who you are. And that's who I love. Thank you so much.
And now I'd like to invite Lynn Nordenberg up as we recognize those lucky people who are going to join this Love Fest officially.
Renee and Charlie, would you come forward? And also the members of our membership committee. Today we have the privilege of welcoming 10 new members who have signed our membership book since April. As I read your name, please come forward and stay in the front. Candida Casoni. Elizabeth Cochran. Brian Swearlow. Janet Raycroft. Bill Raycroft. Dale Burke. Linda Warnock. Larry Myers. Sherry Gibson. And Raj Bates.
Is that not cool or what? Here in this church, human beings have gathered seeking a higher purpose and deeper meaning of life that they could find alone. We are grateful today for each one of you, that you have found your way here and that you have decided to make a commitment to this faith community. We hope that as a member of this church, you will allow yourselves to know and to be known, to minister to and to be ministered unto, to love and be loved by this congregation. We never really know what combination of fate and friendship and good luck it is that brings certain people together in this world. But we believe that membership in this church calls each of us here to celebrate the faith that has drawn us together and to regard each one a spiritual friend and a potential teacher.
As a member of this church, we pledge to be guardians of each other's spirits, to respect the ultimate privacy of each one's human struggle, and to believe in each one's inherent dignity. We, the congregation, please rise and join together our newest church members. So this is everybody. All the bonds of fellowship, we unite to cultivate reverence, we promote spiritual growth and ethical commitment to minister to each other's needs and growth of humanity, to celebrate the sacred moments of life's passage, and to honor the holiness of our being. On behalf of the congregation, it is my privilege to welcome you to this community bound by a quest for truth, goodness, and beauty. We do not promise final answers to life's ultimate questions, but instead the high adventure of seeking it together. Let's repeat that one more time. We do not promise final answers to life's ultimate questions, but instead the high adventure of seeking it together. We invite you to share our concern for justice and peace so that we might better share the meanings of our lives and build a better world.
We accept your invitation. We come believing that our lives can be enriched by the relationship we now enter with you. We wish to share the joys and responsibilities of this congregation.
And the congregation.
As members of the community at every time, we welcome you. Mindful of our heritage and our hope, we pledge to walk beside you in celebration, growth, and service.
We welcome you to this community with our whole hearts. Woo!
In closing, we'd like to thank you, Charlie, for the love that you hold for all of us, for the wisdom and thoughtfulness that you so generously share, and the priceless gift of being able to touch our hearts and make them sing like they did today. Thanks also to the many people that Charlie was celebrating, who makes our Sundays possible with sight and sound and song that extends beyond our walls, with loving care for our youngest UUs, with warm greetings as we enter and safe monitoring during our services, and of course to the kitchen crew that has prepared the refreshments that we will soon enjoy, led by the grand devotee of the flying spaghetti monster. And if you don't get that reference, ask somebody as you have coffee. To our guests today, thank you so much for being with us. We hope that we'll see you again. And now, Charlie, we will let you have your final words. Thank you.
My closing words are your words, the words that you just spread across this room, to each other, with each other, in each other, so that you can be able to make sure that you were heard and they heard you. Those are closing words, and bring them back next week. Amen? Amen. Thank you.
It's time to extinguish the chalice of this blessed time we've had together. Would you all please stand and join me if you are willing and able? While we extinguish this flame, we still carry in our hearts the light of truth, the warmth of community, and the fire of commitment, until we are together again. Amen.
What's so cool? So when you do that, it zooms in